Hello, Pisces. It's umomgtarot, and this is your you versus them tarot card reading. Let's have a look at you, and then we'll go to them, and we'll see what relationship, what story transpires between your energies. All right, here we go. I'm just shuffling away at the astrology reading cards, and here is the vibe. Actually, no, we're not going to use the astrology reading cards for this. We're going to wait. We're going to wait on that to ID this person, your person. So this is you versus your person. Now let's see here. I'm telling you, I got to give it a good shuffle. If you'd like your own personal reading, check out the description. There is a link to my website. And here's your first card. Okay, so we're going to alternate. All right, so this is you. This is your vibe, right? Tests. You're being tested. You're being tested out here in these streets. And this is their vibe. We're going to flip this over. Four of Wands, freedom. You already know. You already know. Sorry, my air conditioner just turned on. Let me turn off. Sorry about that. Alright, so there's fiery energy. Oh, yeah. There's fiery energy between you. We go from 5 to 4. So 1, I feel like the tested energy is more the person who's having the conflict or having any type of issue, which is you. This is you. And for them, this is twin flame energy. This is somebody who feels very comfortable and stable in their passion or their feelings or their actions towards you. So someone's a little shaky, someone's not, but I feel like, maybe it's just a matter of different love languages. Now let's have a look at the tarot and see what comes up. What do you need to know? What you need to know, Pisces. This is you versus them. What is it about this relationship? What is it about this relationship? Okay, yeah, first card. Oh, look at that. Celebration, 3 of Cups. We're looking at people who are friends. We're looking at people who are friends. So your person will feel like a friend. And this is celebratory energy, so if you haven't met this person, you may see them at celebrations. So that could be graduations, parties, weddings, housewarmings, the patio, out while you were drinking. Celebratory type energy that you are, maybe have this fondness around this person or you have fond memories from. But it's a time when emotions are running high, right? Celebration. So I feel like that in conjunction with this person, maybe that's where you guys have the feels going soft and googly. So that could for some of you mean, hey, we gotta go out on a date. But we got a double date as well, because 3 does represent friendship, but it also represents other people being in the mix of the duality that is your relationship. So maybe there's something that has been missing, that you want to have good times, you want to have great times. Even you call up Nancy. Be like, hey, what are you doing? You want to come out with me and who's it's? They're like, hell yeah. We always getting into stuff. Anyway, celebration right there. Then we have the 9 of Pentacles. This is comfort. This person feels very familiar, very comfortable, very stable, emotional in the right places. We have Justice, the Angel of Integrity, but also, this dials back all the way to that shared resources partnership thing. That is in the house of Libra, which is associated with Justice. So it feels like this is a very on the relationship, like healthy balance, complementary energy in the relationship. I feel like this is very relatively peaceful. Very peaceful. Oh my god! I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to jinx you. I'm sorry. Alright, so we got the Tower here, and never fear. Never fear, because at least the Tower is in reverse. Now this can give you the, feeling of that test energy. So you might be a little angsty about this person, your person. Like if things are going well, if things are fine, nothing's happening, nothing's wanting. These are the peaceful times, the boring parts of those, those plots. After a big kablowy thing happens on a plot, on a show, then there's these boring periods of times in between as they build up to the next plot. Yeah, that's where it's used at. But I could see why you would be a little anxious. 5 is not a comfortable number to live on if that's your kind of predominant energy in this situation. That you would probably feel a little like angsty about, like, are the tests over? What's next? Is something else going to come at us? Is there going to be another problem? And then inadvertently will those types of problems back onto you. But with this card being in reverse, it kind of feels like, yo, this is over. We've already had the biggest problems. We made it through those problems. That was a testament to what we can endure, etc. However, this is generally just the idea that, you've hit the wall as far as problems go. Like, enjoy the good times. Enjoy the peaceful, quiet times where nothing good's happening, nothing bad's happening. Let's be appreciative and lean it towards the good happening. So the Tower card is also that energy that is also Mars based, and Mars, it could be very aggressive, it could be very conflict ridden, but also Mars is very that energy that you need to achieve things. So it feels like at times some of you guys, you two, seem to butt heads a little bit, but that same thing that makes you guys very like high chemistry is the same reason that you'd be butting heads, because that fiery energy is good. You both have it, but at the same time, that fiery energy can get really hot, and it could be problems, and you got to take the good with the bad, hence the balance. All right, let's pull your last card, which is the Four of Wands in reverse. So we kind of see it here that maybe there's a past here. You could be in anticipation, which puts this in the future. But I feel like you, as the person that is, experiencing the 5, this sees the discomfort. And whereas this person is dealing with I'm comfortable in the broader view of, I understand that couples fight. I understand that people don't get along all the time. They have like a broader perspective on fire-based energies. Like, she was snippy that day because, she was all hopped up after she ran that marathon. So she, I let her tell me off that day because I knew she had to let off some steam. She was boxing. He was frisky. They were all up to speed listen, let me not keep exemplifying, but the fiery energy is a little more under control here. It's like a stable passion. It's a passion that I'm always excited. I'm consistently excited to see you. I'm always happy to see you. So I'm not going to be like, oh, hey, oh my God, you're home. I'm going to be like, oh, hey. Whereas you are like, I don't know, what does that mean? Is that a problem? Does that mean you're not excited? Does that mean you don't feel excited? Like, what is that? What? Because based on our history, based on my past, based on our past, these obstacles, they could nearly destroyed everything. So, I'm just worried. I have some, I guess, past, issues. And anybody who knows the Four of Swords knows this is about someone who's reflecting and trying to recover from trauma. So we already know what the trauma is. There's a past one. So you're going to know pretty much which one it is. The one that affects you the most, one that's popping up in your reading, what obstacle that has been very could possibly life-changing, but it just affected you to the core. There was a lot of anger, intensity, chaos, confusion around it, upheaval, and it dismantled your regular routine. So this is going to affect you deeply, but this Four of Swords acknowledges that there is that need for rest and recuperation, but you also have to self-regulate and understand how long are you taking. You can take 8 years to figure out that, all right, I don't need closure. I'm good. 4 is a very stationary number, so you're not moving forward in this area, right? So a lot of you prefer to move forward, and because you can dwell for a long time on one thing, Pisces, so you want to acknowledge where you're hurt so that you can find a path towards healing. That's the whole point of recouping. It's not the point of exploring your what if this, coming up with new ideas of what could go wrong, having an imagination and using it for evil, trying to figure out everything that could possibly go wrong and anticipate it so that it's not such a surprise next time. Just call yourself, I have some sort of a phobia, trauma phobia or something, and I know I'm going to do that, so let me just relax on that. I know myself, and I'm going to be worried about things going left, and it's going to be within me if it's already happened to me. So I have to carry that in and keep it in mind in my relationships, in my dynamics where people are experiencing the same thing as me, but they're chill. They're taking that fire, that chaos, and they're using it for something else. And maybe the chaotic energy is what attracts them to you. Like, you know, maybe they have a different approach because they maybe they've had a lot of trauma, so that they feel like the trauma that you face is like not really trauma, so they're indifferent about it, calm towards trauma. Maybe they don't feel like things don't affect them as deeply, or maybe they're excited for passion because they've been bored for so long. You don't know, you know, whatever it is, but I know that you're carrying what, you know, fell apart before into this relationship. At least you're keeping it in mind. It might be holding you back from progressing with this person, even though progression is kind of a thing that we all need. But I feel like on the flip side of this, I think this person brings you comfort. Even if they were the cause of this. You know, this could be caused by anything. This tower thing. It could be like, hey, I lost my whole house. Like, literally the tower. Like, but any of that trauma, it does kind of tie back into this person. Obviously, the relationship dynamic is desirable because it's balanced. That's what the beauty of the Justice card is showing up. It shows that it doesn't mean that you're 50-50 on everything, but it's like you compliment me in this way and I compliment your life in that way. Like, you know, I have this, you have that. You don't have to build this from scratch. I already have it. I don't have to build that from scratch. You already have it. We're sharing, you know. That's what you like. You like that. You like giving and taking, even if it's not the same thing. All right, balance is really important to you in relationships. We'll keep that. I think the Nine of Pentacles represents that whole idea that this person is fine with or without you. They're self-sufficient. You know, they have their own reputation, their own good reputation. It doesn't have to be successful, but like, I got a thing going on and it's not negative. You know, financially, lifestyle-wise, got a good head on my shoulders, pretty balanced. And so this person feels like they contribute a lot of like stable energy. I feel like the test is coming in from your end. You wondering, maybe you questioning, wondering, maybe you're shell-shocked, if post-traumatic stress disorder because you've been let down or things have gone left so quickly, so abruptly, so drastically. And so, like, I guess maybe needing to process that is something you need to really open up and think about and be like, you know, on some real when you're in the mirror, you're like, honestly, that time that they wouldn't let me have that slice of pizza, it actually affected me deeply because I was the only girl, and I felt like ever since then being a girl was a disadvantage. There's some deep trauma here, you know, but obviously it relates to your relationship, and I guess the tower energy that ties in. And remember, that tower being in reverse is good because it says, no, the worst is over. Like, you don't have to live in flight or fight. You don't have to anticipate other bad stuff happening. If it does, I mean, hey, whatever. But you can live at peace. You can be at peace, you know, until the next thing happens. It'll be a surprise. So just chill out. Just relax. Don't put them feels onto something that isn't reciprocating them type of feels. Like, don't be all scared and anxious when you're in a situation that doesn't involve scaredness or anything to be afraid of, or nothing anxiety inducing. You know, you just like, we're just living, right? And then all of a sudden you're like, oh my god, what if this is over? What if I say something stupid? You know, none of that. Let's just go with whatever's whatever, and just kind of walk down the path of what feels good, and not get tied or attached to something that can change. Like people, just the vibes. Go with the vibes. All right, so there it is, Pisces. That is your you versus them reading. This person seeming pretty hot, heavy, but in a stable, calm way. It's giving kind of earthy energy, if I'm being honest. But the signs that have showed up in this reading are Libra, Mars energy, so that's Scorpio or an Aries energy. Of course, we got to consider all fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So you could be dealing with anyone with those placements, Sun, Moon, Rising. And yeah, there it is. That is your reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment, share the video, and if you'd like your own personal reading, check out the description. There's a link to my website. And yeah, I will see you in the next one, guys. Peace out.